Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. What do I even say about this? I've brought you finally the making of the deodorant shirt. I don't even really know how to start this video and what to say. So I felt like there are probably gonna be people that come on here and are like, what in the world is she talking about? So what I did, I want to start the video off with this little clip from a video a few months ago where I talk a little about the story of where this shirt evolved from. Grady's been hunting for the perfect deodorant. We both have issues trying to find deodorants that we like. Anyways, I drew one day when I was documenting the day, I drew a deodorant bottle. I'll show it to you here. I thought it was really fun. It kind of turned out funny. And then I did like a whole another page spread of all these different versions of this. And then when I showed Grady after I drew 1,500 of these deodorant bottles, realized, Grady pointed out that I was spelling deodorant wrong. He said, you don't even say it like that, but I think I do say deodorant. I don't know. Anyways, I spelled it wrong. So newsflash, Sandy spelled something wrong. I also brought Grady into the studio to do a little Q&A, very short Q&A, and also to share a story about one of the little phrases that I've been putting on the deodorant sketches and the shirt. So that was really fun. We laughed our heads off. Here it is. Enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, let me show you guys what I've been working on. I've been thinking about doing a t-shirt with some of these on there. I'm gonna get this right here. I've got just stacks of stuff everywhere, guys. So I think I'm gonna get this stuff set up and keep working on this. Finish this one spot here. So when I did these, I didn't sketch them out at all. I don't know why I didn't think about sketching them out first. I think I just kind of was thinking with my sketchbook, actually with a lot of things, I just start blopping paint on. And maybe I was thinking too a pencil or something when it do real well on this fabric. But then my brain started working and I decided to sketch it out real lightly. We'll see if that, it's fine. I don't think it's gonna make it any better, but I don't really like this yellow, but I'm limited. I only have one yellow, one red, which is kind of a pinky red, and a blue. So my variety is limited, but it'll still be a fun little just night shirt. Okay, I'm going to go finish it. So for my fabric paints, I've been keeping them because I'll have these little puddles in the palettes, and I've just been keeping them in the refrigerator. I've been putting them in these big baggies and putting them in the refrigerator, and it's really been working well. I think that's definitely the way to save this paint. Yo, this is a new one. I haven't tried this palette. Yeah, look at that. Just nice, fresh paint. Perfect. I'm gonna get set up here. I'm gonna get to it. We're right there. I can see at first glance it looks like I did not get it centered very well, but oh well. Did y'all hear Grady sneezing in there? It was so loud. I think I'm done with this part. What I want to do now is, actually I may give this time, let me see. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do now, so this one right here, I actually sketched with the pencil, and that's probably my favorite one. It may just be because of the simple design, I don't know. I had this idea, I think I wanna do something on the back, because I'm still continuing to just play, and I think I wanna do a big something. So I'm gonna go sketch that out, see how the sketching goes, and then I'll let it dry for 24 hours, and then I'll wash it twice, probably, and then I'll have a new night shirt to sleep in that makes us laugh. Painting on this material was not wonderful, but it turned out cute and it was just super fun to do. Yeah, super fun. Yay! Now for the chest hair. think it's curly. Can we see? Let's see if it's curly or straight. Okay, so I think I'm done here. I ended up, let me do this for the light. Let me bring this over here. Okay, is that gonna stand up? Maybe. Done with this. I unfortunately made Grady look a little more like Grady instead of my cartoon character. I was going more for the cartoony, but I decided to put the deodorant in his hand, which I really made his hand wonky, but oh well, who cares. And then what's kind of funny too is at first I did this pink darker. It was real dark pink and it looked like blood splatters. So yeah, so that's the back of the shirt. It'll be a fun little pajama shirt to wear and it will probably always make us laugh. Okay, I just went in and showed the shirt to Grady, the back of it, and he said, I do appreciate the unibrow that I gave him. Because he does have a unibrow, a big like brow. I did that on some of the small ones too. You just don't notice it as much. He's very protective of his unibrow. His hairdresser, when he goes to get his hair cut, like sometimes she forgets a lot that he wants to keep the unibrow. He'll come home and he'll be like, she gave me 2 eyebrows. She trimmed up my unibrow, it's gone. He gets real offended by it. I wanted to document that. The little things in life, people. You know, it's the little things. So here's my finished shirt. I just finished ironing it and then it's gonna go into the wash machine. This is just like a cheap undershirt, like Hanes undershirt, guys. I kind of treated this like a sketchbook. And then let me show you the back. And here's the back. The back turned out to me the best. I've got him there all excited about his deodorant, feeling all fresh. There you go. I probably should fill y'all in on some of the things that I'm learning from this. Like, don't use thin, cheap t-shirts. Not the most ideal for painting on. It does this bleeding thing. I am finding like the more watered down the paint is, the more it bleeds. And the thicker the paint, though it's not as easy to spread, it doesn't bleed as much, so there's this like perfect in between. So what I mean by bleeding is like, so you can see right here, there's like this was actually like a really big bleed, but then when I painted the inside there, it covered it. But see how it got kind of big? It did like that, yeah. All right, I'm going to wash it and then wear it. Hey, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna be honest, I almost didn't post this video because this just isn't like my thing. I don't feel like it turned out great, but I'm committed on this channel to bring you guys along with just the things that I'm doing. I feel like I've been doing a lot of like crafty things lately, which is not usually me. I'm usually like sticking to my oils and experimenting with things, but it's been a little craft-orama around here. So I asked Grady to come into the studio so we could tell y'all a funny story. So my deodorant shirts and sketches, I'll have like the word fresh written on them, which feels very appropriate for deodorant, like you want to be fresh. But there's an underlying inside joke in that. So we use the word fresh. We'll say, oh, that's so fresh. So we use that word fresh when something's actually not fresh. And this is why. So we have our favorite Chinese restaurant that really is like, has really great fresh. I mean, everything, you know, it doesn't feel like it's, or tastes like it's stale, it's been sitting around or anything. I mean, it's just really, really good for a Chinese restaurant. But we always have this one waitress.
Do you remember? It's like it's like the owner's wife.
Okay, it probably is the owner's wife. We get our food really quick. We're like, wow, that's really fast. And she sets it down and she's like, oh, it's so fresh, isn't it? It's just so fresh. So fresh, right? She just keeps saying it.
She's not Southern, is she? She's Asian for sure.
Is Southern?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, she's Asian.
Using this accent.
Yeah, I thought you were
She ain't from Nashville.
Right, I thought I was doing a pretty good Asian accent. She'd go, oh, it's so fresh, so fresh. And then she would like go back in the back and then come back up and she'd be like, it's so fresh, right? Oh, don't you think? So fresh. But it's interesting, it was like the worst food we've ever had there. It was so not fresh. And it was like she was trying to convince us that it was fresh.
We had gone on the day that they have a lunch buffet. And so we think that it was leftover from the lunch buffet.
So we definitely got the not fresh.
We got the leftovers.
Yeah, we got the leftovers, but it was just so funny how she was trying to, she just kept saying, oh, so fresh, right? So fresh. And my skin is just like her. Anyways, we just laughed. Like we got in the car, we were like, oh my gosh, that was so awkward. And now, like anytime we get something that's not fresh at all, we're always like, oh, so fresh. Okay, but let me ask you this. Do you remember the other thing she would every single time go on and on and on about?
I think it was my hair.
No, it was not your hair.
It was your porcelain skin.
Yeah, so she would go on and on about how pretty I was. Oh, you are so pretty. Oh, your skin. Oh, and then she would even like turn to Grady and be like, oh, you are so lucky, don't you think? Isn't she so beautiful? You are a lucky man. She would go on and on. I mean, and we're like, oh, you know, I mean, after like 1 or 2 times, it's like going, oh, thank you. And then after that, it's like, I don't know what to say. Could I get the vegetable lo mein? We'd be trying to order and she'd be writing and then she would just like interrupt us and be like, oh, you're so pretty. Oh, yeah. I don't even know what else she would say because I was just like sweating. It was so awkward, but she would just go on and on. And then she would say stuff to Grady like, you're so lucky. Do you remember that?
I forgot.
It was so awkward.
That's good.
But every time we went in there, it was like she'd never had seen us. And she would start all over with all the, oh, you're so beautiful.
Huh. Imagine that.
Somebody else doesn't have a brain. All right,
Groundhog Day.
Yeah, like we should do like this. So fresh. I'm gonna pop in a Q&A also about people thought for the Q Right. Okay, did y'all even understand? We're gonna have a Q&A, but I only thought of one Q. Let's act like I'm not me.
Okay.
How do you feel about being put on t-shirts like this, especially like this?
Oh, I'm pretty excited about it actually. I'm aiming to retire early, and so I'm really optimistic this is going to be
take off.
Yeah.
So you don't mind it that I make you look bad on in my sketches and stuff?
No, I don't mind it.
We get good laughs out of it. Well, we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. Hope you enjoyed the deodorant shirt and Q&A and story time with Grady and Sandy. All right, see you guys.
See ya.
Oh, I've got the squeaky chair. See, look. I've got a very squeaky chair. Okay, that feels obscene. No, keep going down.